Hi guys, welcome back to my channel. Today's video I want to do a get ready with me. Today's my birthday, so I want to do the look that I'm going to be wearing all day today. And I'm going to start with a product that I received in PR. I received it yesterday from REPHR Beauty and I'm so excited. She just released a brand new moisturizer. This is a Signature Skin Dream Barrier Cream, and this is made in Korea. You get 1.7 ounces and this sells for $38, which is absolutely not bad for 1.7 ounces. Most moisturizers come in 1 ounce, and the pricier, there's some pricey ones that cost a lot more than this. Now she has a lot of claims. Some of her claims are that you are going to have more than 228% hydration after just one use. Better balance, peptide complex 4, niacinamide, ceramides, advanced actives that strengthen the barrier. It's a weightless, fast absorbing makeup ready. The secret to good skin and makeup. So this is supposed to be not just a moisturizer, but you can also use it as a primer, and you can use it AM and PM. So what I decided to do is I stopped the skincare that I was doing. So the only thing that I used was my Thayer's Hydrating Milky Toner. I did use an eye cream, and then I'm going to use this as my moisturizer base. I do also have my SPF already. So this is a beautiful packaging. I love the packaging. It's like a light beigey pink. It's really pretty. And it is an air pump. You just twist it up and you can just, you don't get a lot in one pump. So I'm going to do 2 pumps. I'm going to start with that. I did use it last night. I wanted to start using it as soon as possible because I'm very interested in how this is going to work. So this does not have a scent. Like I said, it is made in Korea, which Korean skincare is really good. So I'm very happy about that. I'm very excited for Allie. I'm so happy that she was able to launch this. She's very excited. I'm going to link her video where she explains all about this moisturizer, but I want to do a follow-up in about 12 weeks. I did take some pictures, so close-up pictures of my skin last night, and then I'm going to see if after using it for like 3 months if it makes a difference. But I'm strictly going to use this every AM and PM to see how this works. Now this is supposed to be fast absorbing, so I should be able to use it, my foundation, on top of it right away. And it does leave like a little bit of a tacky feel, but not uncomfortable, and it doesn't feel heavy on the skin. Sometimes at night after I put all the different serums and moisturizers, my skin can feel a little heavy, but I usually know that's going to happen because of everything that I put on my skin at night. But last night it actually felt nice to just be done in with just my toner and my moisturizer and eye cream. It was very refreshing to just do a few steps. So we're going to see how this works. So I'm going to start with my concealer. I'm going to use the RMS Revitalize Hydra Concealer today. This is a really nice product. It is self-setting on me, so I really don't need to use any powder. And it's long wearing. It will last all day, so I need my makeup to last all day today. If anything, if I have to do anything at all with it later, it should only be like powder a little bit if I get a little oily. But I don't want to have to be fixing anything later. I'm going to use this brush right here. Okay, so for my foundation today, I'm going to be using this one. This is the number 1, the Chanel. And I got this a while back with Ulta Points. But I have not been using it, and I want to use it. And I think the reason I haven't been gravitating to it is because it's very strongly scented, and I know that like Chanel or Dior, their foundations are normally scented, but this one is really strong, and I think it's a camellia oil maybe. But this is supposed to be very good for your skin, not just a great foundation, but if you use it over time, it's supposed to help with your skin. It has some skincare products in it, but I don't use it every day. I would think for something like that to work, you have to use it every single day, and I don't use the same foundation every day. But this smells like bouquet of flowers on your face. So if you do not like scents, this is definitely not for you. And you can apply this with the fingers, and sometimes I do apply it with my fingers. It is a thinner consistency or formula. It's not that glowy, which I like. It kind of sets on its own, so you don't have to really be applying a lot of powder. And like I said, I really don't mind scent in my makeup, but this one is definitely strong. So I'm going to put what's remaining there on my brush and just apply it to my cheeks where my hyperpigmentation is the strongest. I'm going to take a little bit of the concealer and apply it over here. And also right here. Notice that area of my face is very dark. And I usually don't notice it till I'm editing my videos. Also notice that I have a couple of milias here, so I want to see if this moisturizer helps with that. Okay, so we're done with the foundation. So the powder, I'm just going to use a little bit of the Mario. This is called the Surreal Soft Blur Setting Powder, and I have it in the light pink, but it's very, very, very light pink. So I'm just going to grab this small brush and just mainly in my T-zone. I'm really not using a lot. Look at all the powder I had left over. I use very little. So even though it looks like I keep dipping in, I'm grabbing very little at a time. So just whatever's left over on my brush, I'm just going to go on my under eyes really lightly. Okay, for my bronzer, I'm going to use this one right here from Dior. And this is in the shade Nude Bronze 04 Warm Matte. I was going to use my Hourglass Swamp palette, but I figured I'd use something different. I've been using that a lot lately. But it's definitely a favorite. I like this bronzer. It's not very, and this is scented also, but not very strong. Not as strong as the Chanel. I also have texture like right here on my temples. So I definitely have enough areas that I'll be able to notice if this moisturizer makes a difference. Now for blush, I'm going to be using one, a friend of mine, Beatrice, she sent me the Kosas Mini Blush Trio, the holiday release. She sent it to me for my birthday, also with the Lawless Forget the Filler, the mini trio that they released for the holidays, which I thought it was so sweet. She sent it to me for my birthday. Very, very thoughtful and sweet. So let me see what shade I want to use. I'm going to be creating a cooler looking eye look. So I want something that's going to be on the cool side. So I think I'm going to use this one. This is an already existing shade, Euphoria, and I actually own this, but that's okay. I love it, and this is a mini in a travel size, which is amazing. And then this one is new. This one is called Spellbound. It's very pretty. That's beautiful. And this one is also new. This is called Dare. But this is a really nice way of trying out these blushes if you don't want to get a full size. So this one is more peachy. This is more like a pink. And this one is a beautiful, cooler, softer pink. I think it's just, look how beautiful that is. It's so, so pretty. And I love baked blushes. I think they're so, they have such a nice finish on the skin. They're not glowy, but they're not flat matte either. This is the brush that I use for the powder, and I just want to go over the edges. Okay, I'm not going to use a highlighter today. So I'm not sure if I already told you for my brows, I use the Tilbury brow gel and the REPHR Beauty brow pencil, which is really nice. I really like it. It's a micro brow pencil, micro tip, and I have mine in dark brown. For my eyes today, I want to use the Makeup by Mario. This is the Ethereal Eyes Moonlight, the one that he released last year. And I think this is such a beautiful palette. So I want to create a look with this today. I'm going to start with this brush right here. This is from Sydney Grace. And I'm going to go into this, I'll just put it upside down so you don't get blinded, with this taupey shade. I already used some eye primer. I'm going to use this fluffy brush to blend. I'm going to use this slanted brush. This is also from Sydney Grace. And I'm going to go into this shade right here. This is like a, I don't know, it just has numbers on the back, EN5. But it's like a gray, like a slate gray. And I'm just going to stamp right here on the outside of my lid. And I'm going to use the fluffy brush just to go over the edge. I don't want to make this a really dark look. Yeah, and I'm going to go into this shade right here. And I think I'm just going to stamp that all over my lid. This is like a topper. I think I'm going to mix it with this one. It's a little darker. This is going to be all over my face, and this is why I don't use this palette that often. It's already falling all over my face. I'm going to grab a little bit of this dark one here, put it on my outer corner. It's almost like a blue-gray. I'm going to take this pencil brush and go into this lighter shade right here. I'm going to spray that. I'm going to do both sides of the brush so I can do on both eyes, because this is going to be all over. I'm using the Tilbury setting spray. Okay, I'm going to spray my face so that I'm hoping that that will keep the eyeshadow in place. I'm going to use a sponge to pick up any excess setting spray. I'm going to clean that pencil brush, and I'm going to grab a little bit of this navy, just a tiny bit, and just use it on like a liner on my lash line. I have this small brush. I'm going to grab a little bit of that and use it on my lower lash line. For mascara, I'm going to use the Revolution Wrap Mascara. Okay, for lips, I am going to use this lip liner from RMS Beauty, and this is in the shade Sunset Nude. Okay, and for my lipstick, I'm going to be using one of the Lisa Eldridge Rouge Experience, and this is in the shade 185. And it's a very beautiful shade. That's what it looks like. And let me put the lip liner next to it so you can see what that looks like. This is very hydrating, very comfortable, long wearing, and it's a cool looking mauve pink. So I think it goes perfect with the eye look. So I'm just going to grab a little more of the powder, just a tiny bit. And I'm going to use it right here, almost like a finishing powder, where my pores are the most visible. And then I'm going to take the brush that has the blush on it, and there's no additional product, just whatever is left on the brush. And that is my finished look. So I absolutely love all these products. They're all long wearing, and I think with the setting spray. So I don't wear setting spray all the time. I want to make sure the makeup stays in place today. So I think this is going to help. But yeah, the eye look is not too much. Just a simple, cool leaning eye look. This is a gorgeous palette. You just have to be careful with these here. They are more like toppers, and they're gorgeous, but they can be messy. Should have brought my glitter primer, but I don't know if you can see them. They're very, very shiny. They're very beautiful. They're very sheer. I don't think this has any really true shimmers except for this dark one, which is the one that I used on my outer V. But it's a beautiful palette. It is very pretty. Alright, you guys, so this is my look for today. Thank you so much for being here and spending some time with me. I hope that you enjoyed the video. I know I was not very chatty today, but I just wanted to get ready really quick and just share with you the products that I'm using for my look today. Have an amazing day. Thank you so much for being here and watching. I love you, and I will see you on my next video. Bye, guys. Mwah.